Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I wanted to talk on this. It's not really a video game, but I guess it's considered, technically it's a video game since it's being sold on Steam, in the video game section and stuff. Because I think for the longest, I remember seeing it as an early access game, and then they finally gave it a full release. But anyways, it's this game called Joy of Programming. And I bought that game because I was curious. I was like, I don't know too much about programming. I'm hoping that this is a learning step, because, yeah, it's like if there's ever a time I guess I need to, get into that programming field, like I would like to credit that game into helping me know about programming. But even I had seen the developers say it themselves, like that game is meant for somebody that already knows about programming. So somebody like myself, yeah, with like zero knowledge to programming, yeah, it's going to definitely be a struggle. And that's the thing, like when I buy a video game, I don't like having to run back and forth to YouTube and then TikTok and then go back to playing the game. Now I ain't got stuck on another mission. Now I gotta go watch a bunch of different videos on YouTube, TikTok, and it's just this repeated cycle. I'm not trying to do that. Like when I play a video game, when I think of back when I was younger and I played a video game, you just played that game. There wasn't no YouTube. Like I had the money, I guess, or if I was asking for a game or asking for some, I'm asking for a game. I'm not asking for no manual. I'm not asking for no. I guess like they had like that manual, but not manual, but a guidebook. The big giant fat books they used to come out with for the video game. Because even then, I felt like that. If you seen a video game with something like that, like yeah, sometimes it was just cool to have one of those books, I guess, as a collector's item. But at the same time, it's like there's stuff about a video game that needs to be explained in the video game. And yeah, with that Joy of Programming game, it's like, fam, I ain't trying to sound rude, I ain't trying to be rude, but there ain't no joy in that game. It was just like when I was playing it, it was just constant frustration. And I'm like, fam, I understand that this is supposed to be like a complex game, like it's not meant for, I don't know, like I guess like if somebody's looking at programming as a fun thing to do, then I'm like, all right, cool. But somebody like myself, it's like, fam, I'm trying to learn. But it's like, imagine you, like, I guess like you're in school and the teacher's telling you stuff, but they're not teaching you. Like they're just like, oh, like, all right, not even so much as like giving you the answers, but it's like they're kind of leading you on in a way, making it seem like that, oh, this is going to be an educational lesson. But it's like they just stop, like halfway through the teaching, they just stop, and they're all like, now figure out the rest on your own. It's like, I guess like in some cases and situations, school is like that, but not every class is like that. Like there are some classes where it's like you are gonna have to, I guess, be a teacher, and you're gonna have to teach me what I'm trying to learn. But it's like, yeah, with that game, so there was a part where they wanted me to, I guess, like move some boxes on some like belt thing and destroy them. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I think they would, yeah, overall they wanted me to program the like treadmill like figure or whatever it was, like conveyor belt, something like that. But anyways, they wanted me to move that belt thing to destroy the boxes and stuff. So that's what I was programming. For some odd reason, like it just would not program. Like, and I think from what I remember, I believe that they would tell you what to type out, and I'm like, okay, I'm typing it out, but ain't nothing happening. So it's like, okay, either you guys forgot to add something, or you're not making it clear on what I'm supposed to type. Like, fam, I'm new to programming. Like, and that's the thing where if you I feel like I need to explain what Steam is, because Steam, it's a platform where a lot of different people are going to be going on there. So when they see your game in the video game section, and I don't know, maybe they might have had in the, let's just read out the description and stuff for that game, I guess, for somebody that's clicking on it. So they're like, use real Python code to automate machines, robots, drones, and more. Program self-driving vehicles, crack passwords, apply machine learning, automate logistics, use image processing to guide missiles, gain real coding skills, and solve exciting bite-sized programming challenges. So when they say that part, gain real coding skills, it's making it seem like that, okay, this is a video game for beginners, and it's going to make you into an expert when it comes to programming. programming. But that's just that small description that they have. Let's read that bottom description. So anyways, they say about this game: Joy of Programming Software Engineering Simulator is an immersive 3D programming puzzle game about automating and controlling realistic machines, robots, drones, and more using real Python code. Build actual coding skills while playing, solve exciting bite-sized programming challenges, and progress to unlock new programming features and improved machinery. Prior programming knowledge recommended. Oh, so it's like, but, and that's the thing though, where it's like, how many people are going to see that? I guess, like, yeah, now seeing it, it's like, all right, so I'm like, maybe I should have read that part. But at the same time, it's like, you just see a programming game and it's like, I guess, like, maybe not to, because I know with me, it's like, I don't really be reading a whole lot when it comes to the description. So I think now that's something that I need to do. But I guess, like, for the next person that's not going to, because I know there's many people that's going to be just like me and they're going to see that game and they're going to be curious about it, want to play it and all that stuff. And they ain't going to be reading reading no description. So it's like, what are they supposed to do that? Because I'm like, there's gonna be multiple different types of people playing this game. There's gonna be people that play it and yeah, they already know what to do, so it's just gonna be a walk in the park for them. But then there's gonna be people like me where it's like, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a walk in the park, and at some point in time feel like I'm being attacked, feel like I'm being jumped, and I'm like, fam, I'm just trying to learn about programming. Like, at least they should have added that in there too, where it's like, okay, here's an area for somebody that wants to learn about it. But it's like, if it's going to just have me run the YouTube and all that, like, you can't just add that into the game or develop it in the game, whatever. It's like, fam, then what reason do I have to play the game? Like, again, I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm not trying to be rude. I really do hope the best for the developer. But it's like, fam, you have to understand that there are going to be people and there ain't too many, because I don't think there really isn't too many other programming games out there. Hold on for a second. Because the last I checked, I'm like, I don't really be seeing, they got like some like ones that look like games, but they ain't got ones that are like that. And I'm like, yeah, with that one, yeah, they got like some like gray hack. Yeah, there's like, I might have to check this one out, see what this is all about and things, because they got an overwhelmingly positive rating. But yeah, other than that, I don't really see too many games out there. I mean, like, they got some, but yeah, it's like, I don't know which one is which. And at one point in time, it seemed like that this was maybe it's because I did put that game in the ignored category and stuff, because I was like, nah, bro, it's like, I don't want to see that game. Like, the last few times I played it, it was stressful. And I'm like, they have it where you get through. So that's the part that tripped me out. So they have it where you get through like maybe a few missions before they have you do that one where you gotta destroy the boxes. So I'm thinking along the lines like, okay, everything else from this, like, yeah, it's gonna progress and get a little bit harder, but everything from this point forward is just gonna be just like the first level, where it's like, okay, you tell me what to do or tell me what to type out, I type it out, we progress to the next mission. What's wrong with that for the rest of the game? So like, it's things like that where I'm like, fam, I guess like my ideas that I would like to pass along to the developer is that, fam, you have to make a game that's meant for everybody, because there are going to be people out there that's going to want to play your game. And then when they see how confusing and challenging it is, and it's just only in the tutorial, that it's going to make a person lose interest. And then on top of that too, because that was something that I had wrote in the review that I did, was that they should definitely have it where there's a demo for that game where it has you go through the tutorial, and then after that, then you if you want to like play the other missions and stuff, then then there's those missions, or like that's the part of the game that you buy. But it's like the tutorial stuff that needs to be free, because that just reminds me of whatchamacallit, X4 Foundations, where it's like, oh yeah, we don't have it where you spend all this time in the tutorial, and then it's like, yeah, then when you go and actually play the game itself, it ain't even gonna be all that fun, and then it's like, now you stuck with a game. I'm not trying to have that. I'm not trying to have it where I be out here getting stuck with games I know I'm not gonna play no more. Luckily I didn't exceed, and that's the thing too, because I know there's gonna be people out there that's gonna try to defend it, be all like, you ain't giving enough time, you ain't giving enough. Fam, I can list off a bunch of different video games, like, just even the one game that I used to, I remember when I very first played it, yeah, I thought it was a complex and difficult game, but anyways, the game, No Man's Sky, and it was the part more so about rebuilding your spaceship, or adding the material to your spaceship, and I'm like, fam, where is this material at? But when I sat down and actually gave that game a chance, that was the thing. I realized how easy it was. And I'm like, I'm just making it difficult. Joy of Programming, like, is that Joy of Pro or like at Program or whatever the name is of it? Hold on for a second. Let me go back to the title of the game. Yeah, Joy of Programming. I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where, and even after the fact of like getting through that mission in No Man's Sky where you're building up your spaceship, like from that point forward, I knew what I needed to do, but it's not like it's just I guess like with Joy of Programming, like if I had to say the difference between them two games, it's like there's more stuff to learn, but you're not teaching, you're not teaching it. And that's why I'm like, a game like that, it's like, fam, I'm not trying to have it where there's somebody, because you'll have those backseaters that's like, oh, I want to guide you and help you, and it's like, fam, you shouldn't have to do all that. I should just be able to play this game, figure out all this stuff on my own, and we chilling. But it just seems like sometimes with developers, it's like they don't want that. It's like they just want you to, I guess, just sit down, put all these hours into the game. And I'm like, fam, that's not, because I think and I was like, that was another thing that I seen too, was that each mission in the game is like going to be like 15 to 50 hours or something like that. And I'm like, fam, look, okay, if that's the case, then I guess like it needs to be kind of like how they do in No Man's Sky, where it's like, okay, tell me what to type. Exactly like word for word, but don't like, I guess, like kind of be vague about it. And I feel like that's what that game is. It's very vague. They don't tell you what you need to, like, yeah, in a sense they tell you, but at the same time it's like, okay, I know that there's more that I need to type, you're just not saying it. So now I'm in this position where I'm like stuck, and I'm like, fam, I'm not trying to have it, again, I'm not trying to have it where I'm running back and forth to YouTube, because it's like, am I playing the game or am I watching YouTube videos? If I wanted to watch YouTube videos, I would have did that. But I feel like that when you watch YouTube videos of a game, it's like, okay, I want to see other people's experience with the game. I'm not trying to, and I shout out to those that do tutorials and stuff with the game, but I'm like, fam, I shouldn't have to, it shouldn't be one of those things where I'm like I'm having to sit down and watch a bunch of different videos. But it's like, yeah, it's messed up too, where it's like people have to do that, because, and that's the thing, I guarantee and I promise you'll see you'll see more tutorials on Joy of Programming than people just sitting down and just playing it and stuff. Like, yeah, you'll probably see a creator here and there playing the game, but it's like, yeah, you'll see more people doing tutorials, because there's probably people that know about programming themselves. They even look at Joy of Programming and be like, yeah, they don't really tell you, they don't really explain anything about that game. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's just, because I even at times I'm having to do that, I guess, like explain stuff to people about whatever it is, whether it's sneakers, games, but it's like, it's messed up that the developers, they don't, I guess, explain that stuff, and I'm like, fam, you're gonna develop a game, you gotta like develop all areas of it, like, meaning that, you're gonna have to explain stuff that I guess, like, yeah, you may know of it, but it's like, and that's why I'm like, I guess, like, even asking that question, like, why not add the like a better tutorial or something? Because I'm like, it just seemed like that would have made a lot more sense, and this podcast episode never would have been created if it just had a better tutorial and stuff. So that's something, yeah. And I know there's gonna be people out there running up talking about, oh, it's skill issue. I'm like, it's not no skill issue, bruh. I'm like, everybody always be wanting to like jump up and say stuff like that, and I'm like, fam, if somebody, it's so, I guess, where you that, and that's the thing, I'm like, people only just be doing that as a like trying to like troll or just stay a part of the trend and stuff, because I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be standing over another person in the classroom, they fail a test, and then you out there talking about, oh, skill issue, if you doing that, I'm like, yeah, we already know what kind of kid you gonna grow up to be after you graduated and stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, it's stuff like that. I ain't trying to hear nothing about no skill issue. It's just, yeah, the developer got a skill issue if they can't add a tutorial, or even at least make the tutorial free, so I can spend, at least then it's like, it wouldn't have seemed like it was a waste of time and money and stuff. Like, yeah, if they had it where it was a free, because I don't think they had no free demo. Hold on for a second, let me look this game up again, because I think it's just it's just the, hold on, I don't know what all this other stuff down popped up. I was like, I seen something, then all of a sudden it's, hold on, oh, it was like a bundle thing that they had going on. But yeah, it's like they need to have it where there's a tutorial, or at least a free tutorial. So it's like, okay, if I don't want to buy this game, then I'm like, okay, but it's like, why not add that? I'm like, that's one of those things where it's like, you see at times where developers, I'm not trying to, it's gonna come out that way and stuff, but it's like, why not add a tutorial? Because it's gonna, to most people, it's gonna look like, oh, I just want people to buy this game, get stuck with it, I take their money, and then it's like they ain't got no choice now. But it's like, if they don't want to have it where it's just at a total loss of their money, now they gotta go out and watch YouTube tutorials to try to figure out stuff. And I'm like, I get to a point, I've gotten to a point in time now where I'm like, nah, I ain't falling for that no more. I'm like, if your game ain't explained nothing within the first hour, 2 hours of me playing it, and it's like, if it's a toss up between, okay, spending another 2 hours trying to figure out the game, still not getting anywhere, or getting my money back, I'm gonna get my money back. So that's what I ended up doing. It's messy. People are gonna say, oh, that's messed up to the developer. Well, it's messed up to me where I ain't spent money on the game and I can't even play it, or I can't even progress outside the tutorial. So. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And peace.